look at VP's lineup and say that they're already showing it.
Nice steal. Beautiful. Lil catching him with the telekinesis and turning the Fisher back around Puppy, but he's actually still staying alive. He gets the creep bagger off from Lil, gets the last right click. Oh! And the tower TZ needing to control underneath the tower, but he instantly blinks away. Thank you, Blink Dagger. Now actually beautiful Lil dodges the ensnare as well. Arteezy's gonna get out of here. Zai, he's gonna be in a bit of trouble. Has already used his surge on our tour, but it's gonna be fine. VP slowed down by the trap, will not be able to catch up.
That was just pure out team play right there. Zai comes in, he's barely any mana at all, saves Arteezy, who dodges the net with that half-second melt, continues to run. And they just don't have damage right now. DK Phobos commits the skewer RP, doesn't do anything. They actually can't burst him down anymore. They have to just wait for this Medusa to get 6-1. I think VP just have to start to realize the facts of the matter and say, okay, we can't take a fight at this point, just play incredibly defensive. And they can play like that, but they just choose to take fights at their tier 2 and they're gonna lose heroes for it. I think VP just play defensive, wait it out. Their lineup is incredibly strong at the ultra late game. You've got a Medusa, Whitney, and Magnus on top of that. No reason to take fights tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the net worth chart, you can see a very dramatic difference. Once VP chose to go for that initial sleep, offensive sleep fight, the net worth changed dramatically. Team Secret were only about 5,000 net worth ahead, and then two really bad team fights, and all of a sudden they're above 12,000.
I think VP are just getting a little bit too skittish, which is perfectly fine in this situation. They're not 100% certain if they can win a fight or not, but they decide to go for it. You learn that lesson, and I think VP is going to learn off of that, especially in this game, and just say, okay, let's play a little bit more passively, let's wait for our opportunities, and they're a good enough team to still win this.
Yeah, it's just going to be all about playing defense right now. Team Secret is already knocking on that tier 3 in the top lane. Arteezy with that Desolator, putting in the damage fast. The rest of VP are actually looking to take that tier 1 bottom, but they are going to be forced back. They have to stay 5-man constantly, so the moment Illidan goes up to the top lane, everybody else has to retreat.
So right now, the Magnus, one of the best high ground defense heroes in the game, just because you can drag people back to your tier 3s. And that's what you're looking for right now. But Secret, what they're probably going to do is just farm out the map, wait for the next Roshan, maybe even smoke and bait VP into thinking they're going to the Rosh and force a sleep. Even if VP get away from that at that point, you've committed to sleep and you know you can take the Roshan no matter what. There's no reason to push preemptively before that. Like, Arteezy's not that tanky, actually. He can still die quite easily. He's gone for this really ultra glass cannon build with the Deso, Blink Dagger, and Yasha.
Right.
Without a DKB, it's incredibly easy to kill him still.
Nice blink away there from DK Phobos. Arteezy will just take the creeps. He was trying to farm up. And it feels like VP are gonna have to pick up some items that allow them to kite Team Secret around, particularly Arteezy's Templar Assassin, who, as you said, does have such an offensive build. I feel like a Force Staff is really necessary. DK Phobos, maybe even the Silencer picks one up as well. Ghost Scepters, another item that may be necessary.
They're sandwiching right here.
They're going to try and go for S4. He does have the Old Scepter, will be caught by the RP. Virtus Pro are willing to throw everything they have to be able to make sure they get a pick off there, but at the same time, with Global Silence and Illidan popping his ultimate, Team Secret will not be able to get anything else, but Arteezy's already there in that top lane, putting pressure on the tier 3. Lil, kind of skittish, doesn't really want to challenge him too much. VP, God was kind of trapped there in the middle lane, but now there's the sleep. FNG gonna make sure that Kuro doesn't get out of this one. There's still the snowball though. Still a lot of potential for Kuro to maybe get out of this one. The snowball's gonna delay his death, pulling it back. Kuro now trying to run himself away with nukes. Are still there, back in the as possible. Illidan will end up going down, and Team Secret just went forward right in front of their base.
Oh man, that was such a beautifully well set up play. Zai with that vacuum, Puppy reads it as they're being sucked in. They overcommit a little bit too hard for Kuro. I mean, this is just Secret at the top of their game right now. They're really feeling it. This is when a team just really feels like they can execute whatever combo that they want, because the rest of the game has gone so well for them. I mean, Arteezy is just chasing everybody down at will. They're going to take this tier 3 tower down for free. They know that the sleep is down. They know that the RP is down as well.
Yeah, it seems like a full lane of racks potentially with Medusa down for another 15 seconds. At the very least, range tracks. It's going to be trying to be picked up. Nice blink dodge there. The ensnare will grab the range tracks. They're going to look for more. Gotta be careful stolen meld, not a bad ability for Rubik solely because he's got such long range. And FNG, the rest of his boys will be able to push back Team Secret and defend their melee racks. That's the important one. But still, losing Tier 3 in the range tracks this early on to the game is a bad sign for Virtus Pro's chances.
It's just more of a net worth swing than you want to see right now. It's like 20K after that, same in experience, but I stress that VP can still do this. I don't want to count them out just yet. This entire tournament has been about the comeback and how teams have been able to put it together. VP's lineup is built for that. You've still got ways to get back into this game, but it just gets harder as the game goes on because Secret are just feeling more and more bold. This is not a team that's going to sit back like they did in that last game against, was it Evo? They're playing incredibly aggressively from start line.
I feel like though now that they've kind of established some dominance, they can afford to sit back and farm for the next 5 to 10 minutes and just get those, like the way that EG played their game, right? They just build up such a huge net worth lead that by the time they go uphill, it's the death push. And if you manage to rebuff that, great, that's amazing, but it's just so unlikely because the enemy has such a large lead.
Yeah, it's a really good way to play. It's really passive, but there's nothing wrong with securing a 30K gold.
Yeah, exactly.
That means you can pretty much take 2 fights in a row, lose them, and still have a pretty decent sized lead.
I like this pickup. Poppy almost gets caught there, turn around with the Fisher. And I love the Enchanto just to make sure that situations like this, Lil is not able to steal the Fisher. I also love Arteezy's build, going for the Manta next. Incredibly glass cannon build, but he uses the Manta at the right times, he can actually dodge so much.
Yeah, it's really good at breaking the global silence and getting out of a lot of spells. So it's a pretty easy pickup from their main, but they're just waiting for the Roche pit right now. They've got a trap in there, and they're going to farm out the map as much as they possibly can, and only send the supports into the jungle. So in case they get
in some trouble, DK4 was going to need to help him out with an RP. Backing on it too, there's a wall on top. They managed to bring some of them away, but got his power shield. And once again, he's there with the snowball. Now DK4 was trying to stay ahead of Poppy. FNG's ready to go with the sleep if Secret moves too far forward. There it is. The sleep is out. He actually needs to help out Illidan. Looks like VP are not going to try and force anything out of this. They accept that they have to blow the sleep to make sure everyone else stays alive, and this is now a prime opportunity for Team Secret to push into the base, knowing that there's 2 different big-time ultimates down.
Yeah, that's probably even worse than not losing any heroes in this phase of the game. When you know that all their abilities are down.
Team Secret, beautiful combination that ensures a pickup on 2. And FNG's just sitting there going, I already blew my sleep. There's nothing I can do about this. Melee ranks goes down. They didn't seem to stand a chance. Team Secret, once they got that slight lead, they held onto it so tight. It did not make any mistakes. Very well played, Team Secret. Walking away with victory in game number 1.
And that's just perfect team play. They completely punished the lineup of VP, who opted to go for a few risky maneuvers, but